What it is, guys, it is I Possess Power, aka Jordan, and welcome back to the channel. For you guys today I have an ATOMGRAD Raid Episode 2 Intel guide. Just a quick disclaimer that this guide might not be 100%, but I haven't found anything else on YouTube and I know a lot of people are struggling, so I wanted to get something out there for you. Just note that these have alternate spawn locations. I'm going to try and show you as much as I can, but if you can't find any of them you might have to restart the game and check the other location that I show you, as they can swap spawns. So the first one there is just in the spawn area. What we want to do is swim in this water underneath the ramp and pick up our first intel. The second location is going to be just after the steam valve puzzle, and we're going to crawl through this vent here and then drop down, and if we turn around behind us there's going to be a folder on top of this crate here. Just go and pick that up for your second intel. The third intel has two spawn locations. The first one is just after the first jumping puzzle. When you've got into the end, climb up the ladder and you'll just see a hard drive on a barrel here. Just go ahead and pick that up. That's location 1. Location 2 is just after the second jumping puzzle. What you want to do is just climb this ladder, and then directly in front of you will be the second location. You won't be able to see it because I picked it up in the first location, so this is what it will look like if you've already grabbed it. We'll now move on to the fourth one. Fourth intel is in the same area, just on that catwalk where we just looked on that pallet. Make your way to the end and then jump over to this catwalk, and there will be a blue folder sitting on this table here in the corner. Go ahead and pick that up and we can move on to the fifth intel. The fifth intel is still in the second jumping puzzle area on the catwalk like before, but this time we're going to go the other way and jump up onto this railing here and then onto the steel pipe. We're just going to follow this all the way to the end, being careful not to fall off, and on this piece of wood we're going to see the hard drive. Just go ahead and pick that up and then we can move on to Intel 6. So just after Intel 5, after the second jumping puzzle, you're going to go through some blue doors and then fall down into this area here. When you get out into the open where the enemies are, we've already killed them, you're just going to look onto this machine here on the right, and you can see the Intel just sitting on top of it. There is a second location to that, and I'll show you that now. The second location for the 6th Intel is just after the first armory. You're just going to come out of the armory room and then drop down, and on top of this machine, just like before, will be the second location for the 6th Intel. At this point of the video, it's a good time to show you how to get Geiger counters. When you come up to the first silo area, this is back at the start of the level before the climbing bit or the steam puzzle. If you run over to this corner, there will just be some Geiger counters on the spool of wire here. Go ahead and pick them up because these are going to assist us in some of these intel locations. The 7th Intel has 3 locations, all in the same area, and it's just at the bottom floor of the part where you need to turn off the fire and then rappel up the zip line. It's just going to be on the left wall, buried in this dirt here. This is where you can use the Geiger counters, as these are a box intel. It will track to the nearest one of these, so if you have the Geiger counter, pull them out and maneuver through this area to find their location. Second location for the 7th Intel, in the same area, but this time it's going to be at the back right side of the wall, just to the left of this yellow column here. I've already grabbed it in the first location you've seen, so it'll just be here tucked into this corner. The third and final location for Intel 7, same area, but this time on the right hand side of the wall, just in this dirt. This is on a different account, this is why you can see it. For Intel 8, we've just collected number 7 on the bottom floor, and this time we're going to go up to the second floor and we're looking for the dead end. This one has 2 locations as well, so the first location is just on the second floor here in the dead end, just going to be sitting on this kind of green or grey crate here. The second location for Intel 8 is in the same area, however it's on the 3rd level, so just climb up these platforms. You're going to see the fire rope above me, so you want to stay on the floor below that, head to the dead end, and similar to the area before, there is a blue folder just sitting on a grey crate, so go ahead and pick that up and we can move on to the 9th Intel. The 9th Intel is going to be just after the area we were in when you ascend up the fire rope and open the door, and then into this hallway here where we have our big firefight. Halfway down you're going to see a forklift. What you want to do is just jump up onto that, and then I went prone to kind of crawl past the side of it, and you'll just see the Intel sitting on the forks. Go ahead and pick that up and we can move on to Intel 10. for Intel 10, make your way over to the third jumping puzzle, and what we're going to do is we're going to grab a folder at the end of this catwalk here. You do need to crouch to grab this one, and you probably do need to die to pick this up, as you're probably not quick enough to grab it and then carry on. But there you see it's just on the end of that catwalk. Go ahead and pick it up and we can move on to Intel 11. So to get access to the Intel 11 area, we first need to collect 3 keycards. So at the start of the map, you're going to climb up into this tunnel section. What you want to do is hug the left until you come across this enemy here. It is the orange one, the T1 enemy with armor, and you're going to kill him, and he is going to drop a keycard. When I show you these areas, you do need to be quick to kill the enemies that have the keycards, as they will try and escape the area. So for keycard B, through the vents after the steam puzzle, we're going to run up to the first jumping puzzle area, kill the enemy at the catwalk to the right at the front, but the one we're looking for to kill is the guy at the back before he escapes through the door. Complete the jumping puzzle, climb up the ladder, and then grab keycard B on the floor here. Just note that only one player can carry 1 key card, so you guys will each have to carry one, and if you die with it, the mission will need to be restarted. So for keycard C, we're going to rappel up this rope here, and then we're going to look to our front and up a bit and kill the enemy walking from left to right on this catwalk here. He drops keycard C, so you just need to complete this second jumping puzzle, climb this ladder here, and then jump up on over to the catwalk and pick up the third keycard, and now you have all 3. So to get access to the Intel 11 room, we need to bring those 3 keycards to the top of this catwalk here, just after the third jumping puzzle area. You're going to climb the ladder and then swipe your 3 keycards at this door. We're going to make our way to the end, and to our left underneath a mattress is going to be the Intel just inside this wooden pallet here. The beast makers are just there on the wall, so just opposite that you will find Intel 11. Intel 12 has 2 spawns in the area where you drop down the hole and fight the enemies. From the back hole we're going to go left, and on the shelf here you will find the prompt to pick up the Intel just next to this bucket here, and I'll show you guys the second location. So the second location is in the same area, however it's just on the opposite side in the room with all the bunk beds, and we're just looking inside a filing cabinet to find the blue folder just sitting inside. So go ahead and pick that up and we can move on to Intel 13. So Intel 13 is inside the area where you guys all need to make it through the gas chamber with the fans in that. It is at the end to the left of the last door that you used to get out. It is a box Intel, so you can use your Geiger counter, and it's just going to be in the left corner, not this one. It is this Intel over here in front of these like rockets. Just a note with this Intel is I have heard there is another location back at the start on the right hand side. However, I have never found it. It has always been in that location, so for some reason you can't find it there, just go ahead and look at the spawn, and if you can't find it there, just restart the game until you get that location that I just showed you. Intel 14 is just through the door at the end of the gas chamber. There's going to be a ladder when you come out to your right. You're just going to climb that, and the Intel is just going to be on this chair here. And that is the only location for that one, and we can move on to Intel 15. So Intel 15 is in the area on the opposite side of the gas chamber with all the controls. What we're going to do is on the far right there's going to be some blue doors that you're going to go through down this hallway, and just to the right of the elevator shaft at the end, just tucked in this corner, will be some Intel. I've already picked it up, that's why you can't see it, but once you've got that we can move on to Intel 16. So all our next 4 Intels are going to be in the area when you need to escape the gas. It's incredibly difficult to look for all the locations and the alternate locations, so I'm going to do my best to show you all of them. However, if you can't find them where I show you, just restart the game until you get them in this location. So the first one is going to be here on this barrel here, just as you come down the stairs and wipe out the first enemies on the right in this dead end is going to be the hard drive there. Go ahead and pick that up and we can move on to 17. The Intel 17 has 2 spawn locations. It is a box Intel, so we can use our Geiger counter to find it. In the first hallway we're looking in the first left room, and it's just going to be in front of these canisters here. There's actually a second location that I didn't get footage of, but it's in the same hallway just on the right side room where there's these 2 kind of generators or pumps where the right shield enemy comes out of, just go ahead and look in this area and you will find Intel 17. So making our way down into the end of that hallway, we're going to come to a set of stairs. We're going to go behind the stairs into the dead end, and just to the left is going to be a box Intel on the floor. Just go ahead and grab that and we can move on to Intel 19. So for Intel 19, we're heading up the stairs to the wall breach. We're heading into the left room and you're just going to see the Intel next to the screwdriver here. Apparently this one may have an alternate spawn location, however I haven't found it, and every time I've looked there it has been there. I have noticed sometimes you might go there and it might not be there, and then I actually die. We all wipe and then we go there to the same location and it is there, so maybe I don't know if it's a bug, like it's not loading in, or you die and it re-changes the position. Just a couple of things to try out, but we'll now move on to our 20th and final Intel. So the 20th one has two locations. The first one is just past the wall breach side to our right. We're just heading into this area here, and to our left is going to be a box Intel on a pallet. Just go ahead and pick that up and we can move on to the second location. So the second location for the 20th Intel is just past the wall breach, just up the stairs here in the first room, and then to our right in this dead end will be the location. Just remember guys that this isn't 100%. I might have missed a alternate spawn location or doubled up on one I thought was an Intel but was actually just an alternative location. Every time I was picking them up I wasn't getting like a fragment count, so I don't actually even know if I've got all 20, but I'd rather put something out there as there isn't a lot, and hopefully this will help most of you. If you do have some verified locations that I've missed, please leave them in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment or subscribe. It all helps out the channel. I appreciate the love and support. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Keep it real guys. Peace.